In this video, I'm going to do another double unboxing with Super Fantasy Brawl, which I received almost a month ago, I think. I just haven't opened it up. As well as what I think is Last Aurora, which shipped just this past week. So both of these are going to be part of the GGGG for December of 2020. Each month, Bob the Beholder picks a Patreon supporter to receive the gratitude gift for the month. And for this month, we're going to have these two. And in addition, I received this from Archon Studios, another dragon. And if you haven't seen my how to paint tutorial with another one of these dragons, go ahead and check that out over here. And that will show you how quickly you can paint these guys. So we're going to be giving away these three items. So if you want to get in on that, go ahead and go over to my Patreon page and sign up there. We're going to do Super Fantasy Brawl pretty quickly because there are a lot of other unboxing videos since this has been out for a while. And I think it's actually going to be available at retail Q1 of 2021. But this is the Kickstarter edition and you'll be able to get all of the nice freebies that came with the Kickstarter. But we're going to go ahead and open up Last Aurora first. I'm going to keep this in the box so that I can mail it out to the Patreon supporter who is chosen for this one. But let's go ahead and start off with this one. Now, this was Kickstarted a while ago, and honestly, I forgot about it, which I tend to forget most of my Kickstarters once I back them, especially if they take a long time to deliver. And I think there was only one pledge level for this, although there was add-ons. I don't think I bought any add-ons. So this is just the base pledge. So these are, I think the meeples are replaced with these plastic miniatures. And then here is the box. And this is published by Pendragon Games, which I don't know if I have any of their other games. So here is the rule book. And I can't remember if there are any how to play videos, but if there are, I'll put some links in the descriptions below. And I know while this was being kickstarted that there were a couple of people doing reviews for this game. And there aren't too many tokens. There are bullets. Bullet hits over here. I wonder if that is hitting your vehicle. So as I remember, I think this game is you're trying to get your rig across or race across this Iceland to get to a ferry terminal so that you can escape. So it's sort of like a race. And it is primarily sort of Euro mechanics. So I think you start here and you are trying to make your way all the way across this board over to one of these ports in order to be able to leave. Even though it's a resource management game, I'm hoping and thinking that they might have some PvP elements in it, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that there are factions that attack you, but I don't know if players can fight one another or shoot at one another while they're racing across the tundra. And again, here are all of the meeples and cubes that I think this thing replaces all of these pieces. And I think this was the stretch goals from the Kickstarter. And these look like baddies because they're meeples with guns. So I'm guessing these are the guys that are shooting at you. And then the rest of it is cards. Here are promo cards. Oh yeah, look at that. Player versus player. This mode allows players to fight each other during the game. So yeah, definitely. This is what I wanted, and I like that that is there. Here are some promo cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. So these might be extra guys that you can play. Flamethrower. Looks like these are events. You have different cars that you can have. These look like different roles that are added. Now, the primary reason why I ended up backing this game is because of the artwork. I really like the art and the style on these cards. And so these look more like locations, but because I like the art, that's the primary reason why I backed this game. And the gameplay looked pretty interesting too. So these look like all of the different characters that you can play. The base vehicles. And then attachments, weapon attachments that you can put on your vehicle. And that's cool. More vehicles. These look like items. So there's no dice that I see in this game, so I think this is not luck driven at all. So it's a very interesting theme. You know, you have Mad Max, that's usually in the desert, post-apocalypse, but this is actually in the Arctic. So that's an interesting twist to the post-apocalyptic theme. So those are all the cards, and they definitely have enough space for you to sleeve all of them and have plenty of space for all the tokens, it looks like. So let's go ahead and open up this box. And like I mentioned, during the Kickstarter, there was an expansion that you could buy, which I didn't get. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to retail. So if you wanted to get the expansion, I think you can, but not 100% sure if that is true and when that might happen. So these are guys in gas masks with a gun. Here is fuel. So it makes sense that you have to have fuel for your truck. And then these are the actual vehicles, looks like. And then some ammo tokens, some barrels, maybe supplies, and these crates. So these pieces are replacing all of these. So that's really nice. And again, it looks like you have plenty of space in this original box to fit all of these items. So you'll be able to consolidate all of your stuff into one box, which is something that I really appreciate. So that's Last Aurora. Okay, so this is a lot bigger box, and hopefully I will be able to pack all of this back in to ship to whoever is chosen for the GGGG. Right, so all of the sleeves that you need, which is nice that they include that, even the smaller ones here. And I did not upgrade or do any buy-ins, but here is a nice stitched mat, which is really nice. Force of nature. Now, did I buy this? I can't remember. I'm going to have to check my pledge to see if I bought in. But for some reason, I thought I only bought the base pledge. So I'll have to check. Quartermaster Logistics. Okay, so this is a big box. And on the back, it shows that these are all of the models that you're getting. Let's see, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So you're getting a dozen of them. Here's the rule book. And my son and I did play this at a demo at Gen Con 2 years ago. So I do remember playing this. And here's one of the criticisms that I've heard of other people unboxing, and that is all of this wasted space. So pretty much, even though these containers are nice for storing all of these minis and pieces, folks have complained about just how much space this whole thing takes, and that this box could have been reduced significantly. So even here, we don't even have an element here taking up a spot. And these are for the cards, the base rings, and then all of this is the punch out, the regular board, the fold out board that's underneath there. This is, I think, the player dashboard, if I remember correctly. I'm not going to open that. But I hear people's criticisms, you know, saying that this is a huge box that is unnecessarily big. But maybe you can abandon some of these big holders. I will have to say, though, if you're going to be going to stores and playing, because I know that Mythic wanted to create this game to be playable, sort of like Magic the Gathering, at stores and things like that. So if you're going to be carrying it, it is sort of a nice box that you can store all of your stuff in and maybe even add some. But I agree that these bins are massive. I mean, they're just so big when it could have been a lot smaller. But I think that's a small complaint, you know. Most of the time you don't even get any packaging like this or storage solutions. So the fact that they do create this, I would rather it be sort of oversized, slightly oversized, because then you can modify it if you want, rather than having no protection at all and some of the minis coming sort of broken or bent out of shape. So I'm not going to be opening up these packages and going to be keeping those relatively intact, but want to show you just how good these miniatures are, because when I saw these online, the larger scale that they have really lends to it being pretty detailed and high quality. And I've seen another number of people already paint these, and I think these would be absolutely fun to paint. Now, when I first kickstarted this, I didn't have an intention of having it be one of the giveaways. But because I have so many games coming right now, I just knew that, and because I had tried playing this game before, see, is that flat? It's a little bit bent. But because I have so many other games that I want to play, I knew that this probably wouldn't hit my table that often. And as much as I would love to paint these models, I want to give someone else an opportunity to grab these. So I do feel like these would be an absolute blast to paint. I mean, look at how many details that are out there. And I saw some other tutorials where they're using contrast colors and things like that, and I don't think it would be that difficult to paint these pieces. So just looks absolutely gorgeous. And like I mentioned, as much as I had intention of keeping this, I just have way too many games coming in. So someone else can have fun painting and playing this game, because I know a lot of people like the gameplay mechanics for this. Check out that guy, sort of like a dwarven character. Beefy and chunky. This is like, is it an owl or some kind of bird? This is like a Medusa or a snake. Looks really good. That's a tiger. He looks like a pirate, I think. I think this is a sorceress. This is some kind of jackal. She looks like, is she a human? I'm not sure. She has a crossbow. And then this is an orc or a goblin. Those are it. And the art on the cards I really remember liking a lot as well. So good on Mythic. This is really high quality stuff. Then let's go ahead and open this up. Looks like it's just 3 others. I don't remember ordering any buy-in. So this must have been part of the base pledge. So definitely feel like you could consolidate and you don't need this box. I would come up with an alternative storage solution, maybe using some foam, but you can definitely save a lot of space. So this looks like Taze. So again, a lot of great detail and would be fun to paint. And she is on top of a snake, I think. Although it looks like her face is a little messed up. I think I could just shave that down a little bit just with a little knife. And then this guy looks like a sorcerer. He looks cool too. So I guess in the base pledge you're getting 15. So these 3 are extra. So good content. And that's Super Fantasy Brawl. So there you go. These are the GGGGs for this month. So again, go over to the Patreon page and make sure you get in on this action. Also, I did look up my pledge for Super Fantasy Brawl, and this is the $89 pledge level with no additional add-ons. This was actually a great deal. And then here with last Aurora, as well as this dragon Schmargenrog. That's a little hard to say, but all 3 of these will be part of the GGGGs, and there's a possibility of a 4th one if the Patreon supporters vote on the Shadow Fate late pledge. Someone will be receiving that late pledge at the end of this month as well. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.